Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It's your boy Purple Slushy here, bringing you guys another fire video. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys my top 5 tips and tricks for Sage that I think every Sage should know. If you guys want to know more about BDO, more about what you should do when you first start out the game, more about different classes if you ever figure you want to branch out, different grinding zones for you guys to go to with different APs, make sure you guys head over to BDOHQ.com. my website where we have almost everything that you need for the world of BDO, and more will be added in the future. A giveaway is going to be at the end of this month. If you guys want to be entered into the giveaway, make sure you guys comment down in the description of the Red Orc video guide. I will leave that comment, or I will leave that video in the description below. Make sure you guys do that. Now, first things first, my first tip and trick that is super important is make sure that you guys practice your movement. Movement is key. Since a lot of the skills that we do in Sage are only protected on the casting, it leaves the option open to you of where you want to release your attack. So here, this Hashashin is asking me to duel for spot. So as you guys can see from this clip, I'm going to be doing a lot of my casts, and then I'll immediately teleport. There we did spatial, and then we moved out of the way. We're continuously moving out of the way. Did SF there, moving out of the way again. Did a little form shift just to see if I could get damage on him. Wasn't able to. So I'm really low on stam here. So right here, I'm going to try to keep my stam up. Popped my E buff. And I'm going to go into my down, left, right mouse button just so I can get stam back. Caught him right there with the flow of that. And then immediately backed up into SE and was able to kill him really fast. And I was able to extend the CC off of that. So if you want to extend a CC off down, left, right mouse button, and then the right flow, a good easy one is just to back up and then use SE, because if you back up and use SE, a little iframe backwards, it'll instantly cast it. You could also Q block, and then SE also animation cancels off of that. So here, he was able to CC me as he got right behind me. I should have teleported after the cast. That's why it's so important to teleport after the cast, because sometimes it's really easy to get caught, especially if a class like Hashashin can get to you pretty quick and pretty easily. So here, I'm just trying to, you know, keep my stam up. I'm not trying to do anything that's going to put me in a bad situation to get me killed really easily and really fast. What we're doing here is we're kind of just feeling him out, seeing what he's gonna do. I tried to throw a dome there, it didn't work. He's close to me now, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna try to get him down. I did CC him right there, but I was already teleporting after, so we just gotta get another good CC on him really nice and really easily. I'm really low on stam here, so right here we're gonna go in with S left mouse button, and then we caught him with the right mouse button flow again. He wasn't ready for it. So Sage is all about baiting people. It's all about doing things that, you know, people really aren't going to be ready for. A lot of baits and a lot of stuff like that. Let's get into another clip. So this clip here is a clip that I got from RBF. This just shows a little bit of movement and the power of Sage in group play. So here I'm gonna go in with SE. I'm gonna pre-charge it, release it, and immediately go into SF. Get 2 kills right off the bat, and then we are going to try to kill this guy as well, and I'm gonna just try to keep moving after this. So charging everything up, and then we're moving with it charged, staying back, fighting with the team, not doing anything too crazy to get ourselves killed, and we're just waiting really for the team to push so we can bait off them. Here I see a bunch of people over there, so I'm just kind of feeling out the fight. I'm waiting for them to group up. As soon as they group up, I know it's going to be my chance to go in. So as you can see, right there, I probably shouldn't have done down left mouse button as I took a lot of damage, but I wanted to save up stam. So here I see them kind of grouping up, and I know this is my chance to go in. So I'm going to charge up SE, and we're going to go in. We're going to hit them with that, and then we're going to hit them with the fist. They were really, really tanky here, and we weren't able to get any of the kills, but our team was able to finish up what we started. So as you can see here, we're just kind of staying back in the fight. Sage, you don't need to be up close to your enemy. You're not a melee class, at least yet. I don't know what the awakening weapon will be. I think it would be cool if they added a melee weapon as the awakening, but we'll just have to wait and see. But for the most part, you're kind of just like a ranged class that can go in if you want to go in, but for the most part, you kind of want to stay back and kind of fight with your group and with your team. that pretty much goes over all of the movement that I wanted to tell you guys about. So the next thing that we are going to go into is the attack speed. Attack speed is super, super important. So let's get into that. So attack and casting speed is super, super important. Mostly the casting speed on Sage, as you are a casting class. Now there are 3 ways to get casting speed, and all are super, super important, especially when you're in combat. The number 1 way to get attack and casting speed is having it on your add-on. For me, the best add-on that I put it on, these are my PvE add-ons, but for my PvP add-on, the Ator's Energy is the same. So attack, casting speed, and critical hit rate. So Ator's Energy allows you to put tier 3 add-ons. So there's 3 different types of add-ons: tier 1 add-ons, tier 2 add-ons, and tier 3 add-ons. So like a tier 1 add-on would be like 4% attack casting speed. A tier 2 add-on would be 7% attack casting speed, and a tier 3 add-on would be 10% attack and casting speed, which is what I have here. So Ator's Energy is super armor, it's protected. So you can use it like this, teleport into your enemies, pop it off real quick, and you got that 10% right off the bat, and you're ready to go. The second way of getting that nice attack and casting speed is going to be from your passive called Overdrive. Now, Overdrive is really nice. It gains Overdrive's effect when using a skill, attack casting speed plus 1%. So anytime you use a skill, your attack and your casting speed goes up. But what a lot of people don't know is you don't have to actually hit people to get your attack and casting speed to go up. So you can get plus 10% attack and casting speed before you even get into a fight. And the best way to do that is you don't want to just do like normal like attack abilities and like animations like this, right? Because it's going to take forever. What you want to do is before you get into a fight, you just want to auto attack a couple times. So for example, say there were people fighting over by those dummies. So I would just sit over here. I would just auto attack until I get 10% charge. Once I get that 10% charge, then we go in with our Ator's Energy, and then bop, we hit the Ator's Energy. Then we're going to have the 10% attack casting speed over top of the 10% attack casting speed. So that is 20% casting speed. So a lot of people say that the class is slow, but it's all about combining your casting speeds to be able to ramp yourself up to be able to be a fast character. A lot of people just you gotta give the class a chance. You gotta actually understand what it is about the class, how all the moves work together in order to use it right. The last thing that we're gonna do to get attack and casting speed is going to be our Vel's Heart or Destruction Stone. So Vel's Heart gives you 5% casting speed, and then I believe that the normal Destruction Stone that just drops at like Kama somewhere, it's like 800k a piece. They're really cheap, but they're only 4%. So you can get up to 25% casting speed on Sage, or 24%, or if you're really RNG carried, which probably only a couple people in the game have. But there's also these amazing alchemy stones of destruction, and they give you a ton of casting speed. So these splendids, they're 13 bill a piece. They give you 8% casting speed, and then if you're one of like 2 people in the game, you can get 10% additional casting attack and casting speed. So technically you could be up to 30% casting speed, but this is like, that's like a unicorn. They barely exist, but it is possible. So I hope that helped you guys out for the casting speed. Now the next thing that we are going to go into that is super important in my opinion is crystals. So the crystals that you want to run, it depends on what kind of build you are. Some people build their Sage DR. I like building my Sage Evasion. I'm already Evasion on my Sork, and I think Evasion on Sage actually works out pretty well. You do have really low stam, and as we do not have our Dandy yet, I do not have the extra slots for my Hooms, for my Dandy. So I realized that Sage is extremely stam heavy, and the best way I found a way about getting around that is rocking Jin Histrias in your boots. These Histrias are amazing. They add 100 or 350 extra stam, which about gives you an extra full teleport, or like 3 to 4 extra small teleports, which is super key. Sage is super squishy in PvE, so a way to get around that I found is being able to rock 2 Dark Red Fang crystals. These both give 7 damage reduction, so you are at 14 damage reduction, and then all debuff resistance plus 2%. That's not really important. What you really want is that damage reduction. In the hands, you want to rock 2 Jin Vipers. I got killed at Red Orcs, so I lost one of my Vipers, Sag. But I will be getting another Viper in the future, so definitely rock 2 Vipers, super important. And the Kudum, you want to rock those 2 Corrupted Crystals for that extra crit, because a lot of your attacks on your Sage are 100% crit. So having that 10% extra crit damage on top of your crit while you're already critting is insane, massive damage. It's actually crazy. In the helmet, where you're rocking 2 Jin Harpias, these are giving HP recovery, all evasion plus 20. Since we are an evasion build, we want to have that extra evasion, as that is key in order for us to stay alive. Last but not least, in the Zarka Axe, you want to rock 2 Elcars. Again, I died at Red Orcs, so I lost a Elcar as well. I've just been dying left and right at Red Orcs, but I finally figured out why I was dying at Red Orcs on my Sage. That Violent Mob, the one that sucks up all the energy, if you let him suck up all the energy for too long, he releases it and he explodes, and it's like a one-shot mechanic. So that's why I've been dying there. I just realized that on my Sage. So definitely make sure you guys are killing him first, as that is super important. Another important thing that you can do to get extra damage reduction and stuff when you go into PvE or PvP, like always, is getting church buffs. So if you guys don't know what church buffs are, I can show you guys really quick. All you need to do is you need to go to the bank and you need to get out gold bars. Now gold bars are just 100,000 ones. They're pretty easy to get, just right here, currency exchange, gold bars, and you can grab like 100 of them. You need 5 at a time in order to get a church buff. So the church buff in Velia is right up this street right here. You're gonna take a left at the general goods vendor, which is right here. So take a left right here, and then you're just gonna dipsy doodle yourself over here until you see the little church. Once you see the little church, just walk in, you're gonna talk to the man, and then you're gonna get the buffs. And the best buffs you can get is +8 damage reduction and +8 attack. So right here, talk to the priest, talk to him, blessings of attack, and then blessings of protection. And as you can see, we got +5 damage reduction and +3 AP. So we're actually gonna re-roll the AP again, and we got +3 again. We can re-roll it again. Let's just keep re-rolling it until you get something higher. What you want to get is you want to get +8. +5 is decent, but I always like going +8, especially if I'm grinding, because you would just want to have as much extra attack and defense as possible. As you can see, my RNG rules aren't the best right now. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes you don't. There we go, we got +8 on the attack. So you just have to keep re-rolling a little bit. It doesn't take too long at all, actually, to be honest. So that pretty much covers up the crystals and the way to get attack and casting speed. Now, the fourth thing that I wanted to show you guys is, if you are a newer Sage, the XP coupon. So let's get into that. Alright, so the XP coupon is pretty important. I was not actually able to use this, which is kind of sad, but I know a lot of you guys who do have a XP coupon and want to use it. A lot of people were saying that you can't use it on your Sage because Awakening Weapon isn't out. That's actually not true. All that you have to do, what I wanted to do is I wanted to use the XP coupon on my DK. So my DK is level 61 with like 1600 skill points. And at the time, my Sage was like level 1. I tried swapping, it wasn't working. It was saying, it was giving me some sort of mess. Actually, I'll show you the message right here. Let me show you that message. So as you guys can see, if I try to go and use this coupon, it will not let me use it. As you can see, if I click on it, and then I click on slushies, and then I go to confirm, it says you cannot exchange this type of XP with a character of the same level. And then the message that it was giving me before, so for some reason it's not giving me the same error message as it was before, but basically what the error message that it gives you is it says that you cannot exchange XP with a character of Awakening. So basically what that means is if you're trying to exchange a character that has an Awakening weapon on, just take the Awakening weapon off and then you will instantly be able to exchange it. But the reason why I was not able to exchange it is because you cannot exchange with the character that is level 61 or that is level the same level as you. So my DK is level 61, I'm level 61. So if I try to go and use the combat skill and exchange coupon on slushies, it says that you cannot exchange this type of EXP. So like the second day Sage came out, I got to 61 the first day. I woke up the next morning, I had like 1,000 skill points. And then a lot of people came in my stream and was like, yo, you can actually use the skill coupon. You just gotta take the awakening weapon off the character that you wanna change with. So I went to try to use it, and then I got that message, and I was super bummed out because they have this rule that you can't exchange XP with a character of the same level, which I think is really dumb. I think you should be able to exchange with whatever character you want. It doesn't matter if it's the same level, because at the end of the day, you want those skill points. So even though they were the same level, they were both 61, I was still at almost a 600 skill point discrepancy. I have more skill points now on my Sage as I've grinded, but at the time it was just really inconvenient. So if you guys do want to skill and XP change your Sage, make sure that the character you're exchanging it with has an awakening weapon taken off and they are not the same level, and you should be good to go. Alright guys, the last tip that I wanted to show you guys is really easy and it's really short and to the point, is going to be a passive called a reset. Now this reset passive is absolutely amazing. Most classes only get a certain amount of e-buffs per hour, as your e-buff is on a 3-minute cooldown, or a 2-minute cooldown, I believe. It is a 3-minute cooldown. Okay, so what reset does is it allows you to reset all your skill cooldowns and basically also your e-buff, so you can get twice the amount of e-buffs per hour when you're grinding than any other class can. So if you see here, we're going to pop our e-buff, and right here it's gonna last for 30 seconds. So all we're gonna do is we're just gonna like go around, we're just gonna keep using all the abilities we can, and we're just gonna wait that last 20 seconds out just so I can show you guys how exactly this passive works. Now this passive is incredibly amazing. It makes you super efficient while grinding at spots, and it makes Sage a top tier grinder. You have all the AoEs that you need for most spots, you do a ton of damage, and you basically you're basically almost protected the whole time as long as you're iframing like you need to. So like you can see here, the move is off cooldown. All we gotta do is at the click of a button, badang bop, get the skill back, and then we can pop our e-buff again, and now we got an e-buff for another 30 seconds, and then we gotta wait 9 minutes or 10 minutes and we get reset back. So every 10 minutes you're getting 2 extra e-buffs, so it's actually, or an extra e-buff, so it's actually amazing. It makes your grind so much better. So I hope this tips and tricks guides was able to help you guys out a ton. If you guys don't already know, I stream every single day, Monday through Friday, on twitch.tv/propelslushy. I don't have a set schedule yet, but most of the time it's anywhere in between 1 or 12 p.m. Eastern up until 9 p.m. Eastern at night. So definitely come by, check it out. The stream's always lit. You guys can always follow my Twitch. The link is going to be in the description below, and if you guys want to follow me, you guys can enable notifications. That way, if I do go live, you guys will know when I go live. That's all I got for you guys for today. More Sage guides in the future coming to you guys. Until next time, it's been your boy Purple Slushy. Peace.